friends, it's Six Pack Sarah, your Scentsy fragrance consultant. Today I have for you a big ol' Scentsy haul. I was able to combine some things I wanted with a local customer's order, so I'm going to show you all of those things. First, I grabbed some of these padded envelopes. These have been in clearance for years, so I'm not really sure what their game is, but I've been using a bunch, so I needed some more. Okay, then this is what my local customer got. She wanted small cotton cleanups. There are 25-cent cotton cleanups in this pack, and they're just like bigger cotton balls, but they have a cardboard top, so you can do that and not get your fingers all messy. Usually you can get 1 or 2 warmers out of a small one, depending on how many cubes of wax you use. So they're designed though to fit in the mini warmers. So if you have mini warmers, the small ones are the way to go. She also got the Harvest collection, which you can now get individually. It comes with, if you get the set, you get this felt bag while supplies last. But you can get the whole set for $25, or you can now add them individually to a 10% off 6-pack, or contact your consultant for a buy 5 get 1 free 6-pack, or just get 1 bar with something else you're ordering. That's fine. And I will pull out those bars when we go through the box of wax. And then she got a pumpkin roll candle, and I believe both of those items were gifts for someone she knows, so that's exciting. Always fun to get gifts for people. Since she was getting a candle and my mom and I each wanted a candle, we grabbed our two because through the end of September they had a promotion that was buy 3 candles and get 20% off of all of them. They said that was just going through the end of this month, but I'm filming this on September 30th before we find out the announcements for October. So I have no idea if there will be any promotions when this video is live. Also, if you hear a bird squawking or flying around, my little bird Petrie is over on the side, so that's that noise. Maybe one day he can join me in a video. Okay, so let me just open my mom and my candle. So technically, my mom knows this, but I'm giving her her candle for Christmas. So she watches my videos. Hi, Mom. But she already knew about this, so that's okay. There's a little how to use sheet for your candle, so that's nice. And it comes in this box. Instead of doing a lid, they just have an extra cardboard casing, cardboard layer in there with the top. I believe they're not doing lids to mostly cut down on cost, since they are costly enough. And then each candle looks exactly the same. So I think they're beautiful. I mean, it kind of goes with my style. And of course, it has an S on it for Scentsy, but S for Sarah also works. Or if you know anyone with the first or last name of S, this could be a good gift for them. But even if you do or don't like the S, you can just turn it around backwards and have it plain. Okay, I just warmed pumpkin roll in my kitchen yesterday, and this does smell like it, but is a little less strong than just smelling my brick of wax, but still smells authentic to the scent. So pumpkin roll is the one I chose, and we'll have to see on performance for that. I also am wondering if it could benefit from some cure time, so just waiting a little while might make it stronger, but I'm not sure. But I know they are poured in-house in Idaho, so they don't have to sit around for a while. They're pretty fresh. So if you think your candle isn't strong enough, you might want to just set it aside for a month or until next season and see if it's stronger. Could be something to do. None of us have had candles long enough to experiment with that, so we're not sure. Then my mom picked a cider mill. So they put the label on top, and it looks like they're doing stickers so that they can easily have the right amount of packaging and right amount of labels. Even though she knows about this, I don't want to rip this box. It's not going well. Okay. Again, a beautiful candle. These wicks are a little tiny bit shorter than the pumpkin roll one, but really well placed, and either way the length is good. If they're too long, you do want to trim them down to like a 1/4 inch so that the flames aren't too crazy. Okay, I have not yet melted cider mill this month, but I have a bar here. And this used to be a love for me, but lately it's been weird, and I don't know if it's my bar's sitting too long, but last year when I got this one. So the bar for me is a lot more earthy. Almost leans like olives, so that's weird. Like, this is not normal. I am very weird. But for some reason I'm getting that lately, but the candle I'm not. So I might have to add cider mill to my wish list, but we'll see. Okay, in candle form, I mean. I also grabbed a pack of catalogs. They did give us a credit for these for attending Scentsy Family Reunion this summer. So these particular catalogs were covered by Scentsy, so that was nice. I don't know if I've seen them do that before, but they are thinner catalogs now. They have just the basic information in them. And at first they had no prices, but no. They said they were going to start offering prices, but I'm not sure if they were going to first sell all of their non-priced catalogs. And it looks like there's no prices in this one. So anyway, but it gives you a good snapshot to look at, and then you know, ooh, I want to go online. And so you can check out all the information online. I grabbed a 3-pack of scent circles in Velvet Cashmere Woods. They used to sell these individually, but now they're only sold as a 3-pack. So they're $10 for 3 of them. So it's a good way to try a scent if you don't want to commit to a whole bar. But now that you have to buy 3. But contact your consultant. They might have extras or testers or stickers. I am going to open one of these because I've been very excited for Velvet Cashmere Woods, and I'm going to pretty much put one in my car today. I've been waiting. It's probably the thing I've been waiting for the most out of this entire box. Is just a little scent circle. Ooh. I'm going to have to compare this to the bar. It's nice, but almost smells not soapy. Oh, it just smells like a body mist right now. But I think it will be nice in the car, like not too overwhelming. A lot of times I have a hard time with car fragrances because it's such a small enclosed space that it kind of makes me feel, ugh, after a little bit, with not some scents work, but not all of them. But I'm pretty sure that one will be nice. Okay. And the other scent I got scent circles in was Old Fashioned Evening. I'm excited to have that scent. Okay. Don't tell my husband. Well, I don't know if I'm going to give this to him as a gift. I wanted to get the Snoopy Buddy. And it does come with a pre-selected scent pack in Snoopy's Autumn Adventure, which is the same scent that Little Woodstock is in, and I'm very much enjoying that. I will be getting the bar of that, but I'm placing a Scentsy Club order to get it, to get 10% off with the other things I'm getting in a small one-time Scentsy Club. So that one will be coming later. All right, let's bust open this really cute Snoopy house-shaped box. All right, he's tucked in there taking a little nap. Oh, he's got little ear protectors on. So there he is, just like Snoopy. And of course you can get Snoopy at many other big box stores or specialty stores. And this one is more expensive than most of those, but that's because you can include, put the scent pack in the side here. Goes right in there. And then you have a scent memory to go with him. And it's just super enjoyable. And he goes with his little Woodstock buddy clip, which is on my backpack. I don't have it over here. So he's really cute. And my husband has always loved Snoopy. It's Peanuts' 75th anniversary. So they wanted to come out with some cute collections and collaborate with Peanuts. So he's super cute and I'm excited. There is a fall warmer and a holiday warmer with Snoopy and Peanuts gang. Those I don't feel like I need to put in my house, but they are really cute. And if you are an extra big Peanuts fan, it might be worth checking out before they go away. Last is our box of wax. Okay, like I said, Cider and Crimson Berries is part of the Harvest collection, so it's for my local customer, as well as Pumpkin Honey Spice, Moonlight Whisper, Spiced Pecan Cream, Apple Harvest Dreams. So those all fit in that pumpkin bag really nicely, so that's great as a gift. And they are all really good scents. Really the only complaint I have, or I've heard, is that Moonlight Whisper is really light, but overall people really like these scents. She also grabbed Holiday Market. So that is in the catalog this year, but it was a limited time offer last year. And then let's see what I got. I was able to grab some clearance items. I was already planning on placing the order when we found out that clearance was being updated, so I added some in. I grabbed Cutie Pie Cupcake. So I've had this in the past. This smells so much stronger than the one I had in the past. I think I either had it for Bring Back My Bar or some other type of... This is all... Okay. It smells really good. I forget the notes, but it has like a citrus note and cake. But it also almost smells like citronella today. But I enjoyed this scent, but it was too light last time, so I decided to not get more of it. Yes, it must have been available for club, because I had to take it out of my club. So that was sad. And then they put strawberry lemon cake in clearance, and I love this. And while it's in my club, I didn't let myself keep multiples in my club, and I go through a lot of this. So I grabbed more. They're probably selling off their old stock, and I'm here for it. Strawberry Rose. I just about finished up my bar of this. Or did I finish up my stash? Anyway, I ran out of this one after falling in love, back in love with it. It was in my club. I took it out because I wasn't using it enough, and then I was falling in love with it again. So when they put it in clearance, I was like, I'll grab one more. Give me one more season with it. All right, I grabbed Beach Daisy, which was in a spring brick at one point, sort of recently. My friend sent me a sample, and it was like intriguing, but not my total favorite, but I still kind of like it. So I was like, well, grab a bar when it's in clearance. And the nice thing about clearance too is if you get 6 bars of something, anything, it'll give you 10% off. So they can be a mixture of clearance and non-clearance, or it can be all clearance, and they'll give you the 10% off. And if you add a warmer to that 6, you also get 10% off of that, whether it's clearance or not. So that's really nice to take advantage of. So I thought at that price I would do it. And Lucky Starfruit. I've never had this one. It's from the International Wax Collection, which, funny story, nearly everybody wants another one of these scents to come back, Pacific Sandalwood. And we have not seen it come back at all. But here we have an International Wax Collection bar. So maybe they'll finally let us have it. I don't know. I've never smelled it, but I'm very intrigued by it. I love Satin Sheets, which has sandalwood. So I definitely want to try it one day if they ever let us. But I did not try any of that collection. I was still in the point where I was really not buying a lot of wax, especially if it was new to me. So this one is a little more tropical, which I mean, okay, so I probably was thinking lemony when I saw this, but it's more tropical than lemony. But compared to Beach Daisy, they do have similar vibes. They'd probably go good in alternating warmers. But those, I will save both of them for spring and summer. I am not a huge spring and summer lover, so I'm not as well versed in the different types of scent notes, but considering that these ones are both pretty good for me, and they're on the little bit lighter side in the clamshell, so they shouldn't overwhelm me. The last 5 bars I have are all from the catalog, so I'm excited. Let's start with Winterberry Apple Tea. This is one that I am just about finished up my last bar, and I often use multiple bars in the fall and carry it through the winter. So I'm excited to still have more to use. The last 4 are all new to the catalog scents. These are the 4 catalog scents that I decided were worth getting. Let's start with White Oak Woodland. This one I enjoyed in the Scentsy room at Scentsy Family Reunion, but then when I smelled the tester, it was a little too sharp for me. But I did enjoy it on warm, so I decided to go ahead and try. Now those were pods, not wax, but I decided to try the wax. Yeah, it's very oaky. Almost sharp, but it's not as sharp as the tester, I would say. Let's read the scent notes. It's very woody. Very, very. So if you are craving some woody scents, it smells very nice and outdoorsy. It does kind of remind me of white pumpkin and driftwood, which I like that scent, but I don't love it warming in my house. So this is a wild card scent for me. The scent notes for White Oak Woodland are velvet plum, creamy sandalwood, and white oak. Like I said, I enjoy sandalwood much of the time. And to me, just the woodiness is reminiscent of like the driftwood and solar amber that is in white pumpkin and driftwood. So they're along the same vibes, at least, even if they're not the same scent. I mean, they're not. This is more like you walk into the forest. I kind of want to just go read a book under the pine trees when I read this, when I smell this. So there's that. Then let's do Frosted Marshmallow. So the scent notes for Frosted Marshmallow are sparkling cinnamon, marshmallow, and buttercream frosting. I've heard people say both ways, you get the cinnamon or you don't get the cinnamon. I did definitely get the cinnamon in the scent room. And to me, I'm getting it now. I think the toasted, well, it doesn't say it's toasted, but the toasted frosted aspect of the marshmallow also contributes to the cinnamon aspect of it. Like, it's not overly cinnamon, but it's a nice gentle cinnamon. But it smells more like a dessert that would have marshmallows and cinnamon on it rather than a s'mores marshmallow. Almost dusty in a way. To me, at least. Everyone's nose is different. That's what my nose is picking up. So I like this one, but not as much as I want to. But I do like it, so I want to try warming it and see if that makes my opinion of it go up a little bit or go down a little bit or just stay the same. We'll see. We've got Old Fashioned Evening, and the scent notes to this, well, this is in the fruity category, right? Yes, fruity category. It has winter cherry, vanilla orchid, and sandalwood. I live in Wisconsin. I've lived here for about 8 years. Before that, I was a Michigan girl. But in Wisconsin, they have taught me that old fashions are very popular. And we have supper clubs around all over, and most of them have their own signature old fashioned, or at least they feature an old fashioned. So when I smell this, I don't necessarily think old-fashioned, but that gives me like a personal connection to it. Okay, I get more cherry on the bottom, but it's not like maraschino sugar cookie in the sense that it's not in your face cherry bakery, but it's a gentle cherry like that. And then the sandalwood does make it a little more woodsy, so it's not a pure drink, and there's no boozy aspect to it. But to me, it's very gentle. We just had pinkberry sandalwood in the catalog last season, and I think the season before that. And I wanted to like that one, but then I was kind of, But to me, this is like a better version of that. Personally, I've not heard anyone else say that, but to me, that's what it reminds me of. So it's got a little more depth in the scent, where the pinkberry sandalwood was kind of like, I felt it on the top part of my nose, and then I felt it with the deep sandalwood, which sandalwood is a lighter wood scent, but this is more well-rounded and makes me happier. So excited to try that one. And the last one I got is Velvet Cashmere Woods. This is definitely the scent I'm most excited for this season. It's in the woods category, and it's creamy cashmere, velvet, vanilla, and sheer woods. Yeah, it's definitely smelling body mist right now. But like, I walked into the room at Scentsy family reunion with the pods going, with just this scent, and I just fell in love. A lot of the cashmere scents I want to like, but I don't. Cashmere or other cotton cardigan scents. But this one I absolutely adore. So, and it's a beautiful purple. It's a little bit pinkish. It's more purple than my flower, but normally I don't like their purple scents for whatever reason. I mean, there are a few. I like winterberry apple tea, but I always get excited when I find a purple one I like, because purple is my favorite. Anyway, it's definitely a gentle scent, perfect for a bedroom. I think if you just like your house to smell like generally good and you're not using a ton of home fragrance like I do, I think you could put this anywhere in the house and it would just make it smell good. And also the pods are a good option as well. In one of our pod fan options, you can put anywhere from 1 to 4 pods in, depending on what thing it is, which device it is, and you're going to want to put more in. If you have like a really big house, you'll want the bigger one. But if you just want to put it in a bedroom, the one that does 1 or 2 pods can work. So that's an option. But Velvet Cashmere Woods is my personal darling from the new releases. I'm imagining, because I've heard a lot of other people love it, I'm imagining it will stay around, but we'll see, because is it really going to work in spring, summer? Not entirely sure. I think I would. But you never know what they choose with that, whether it's a seasonal one or all year one. But do I like this more than Vanilla Amber, which was my favorite last time? I don't know. I love them both. I probably like Vanilla Amber more just because it has more vanilla and cream tones to it. They put it in the bakery section. It is not really bakery, but it is more bakery than this one. So I like them both. But there is like a good sweetness to this one that my bakery loving heart loves. So, okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. That's what I got. That's what my customer got. And I'm excited to use these products, of course. And let me know if there's anything that you have your eye on coming up in Scentsy or anything I grabbed that you were like, ooh, I didn't notice that before. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching and joining me today. Talk to you soon. Bye.